Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Rob Motive JT. I'm cruising around running some errands today, actually, in the Gladiator, and it is a windy day, some kind of front or something. I guess if you're further north in Texas, there's a lot of severe weather and stuff supposed to go on up there, you know, tornadoes and stuff we don't want. But anyway, I'm out here cruising around, 88 degrees, and it is windy. By the way, I wanted to point out, part of my journey today was to pick up this thing. It's a tester. It's a 12-volt tester for circuits and stuff. I bought it to test the light sockets, you know, the little harnesses that you have that you plug into lights and stuff, because I'm going to be mounting some lights on the top of the Gladiator here. I have them ordered, and I'll tell you a quick story. This is a rookie mistake. I had ordered some aux beams. You guys might be able to hear the wind. Hopefully you can hear me. It's very windy, as I mentioned. But anyway, I had ordered some aux beams, the same as what I have on the front of the truck. And they're 80 watts a piece, 5 of them. And when I did the calculations, after I had ordered, of course, and they actually arrived, I discovered that the amperage, the draw, was just too much. Way more when you combine all of those than I wanted. And me not being an electrician, I'm sure there's a way out of it, a way that you could make it work, but I just didn't want to work with heavier gauge wire and relays and everything that I know nothing about, right? So I sent them back and I ordered something with lower wattage. The ones that I have coming are actually, I believe they're 20 watts a piece. So we'll have 100 watts versus 400 watts. A big difference. I should be able to use the wiring that comes with it and the harnesses that I already have, 16 gauge. So anyway, this thing is for another project kind of related to that. Because I have the light bar across the top now, I'm going to have 2 extra slots, one on each side, that I'm not using. And you might be wondering, well, why didn't you just put, you know, 7 lights across there? I thought that would be overkill. I thought that wouldn't look good. Plus, I want the spacing to be right. And if I would have put 2 of the same lights on the same sides, or on the opposite sides, those 2 would have been closer than the rest of the lights, if that makes any sense. I'm a big aesthetics guy, if you didn't know that already. So that's the reason for only 5. But then I got to thinking, wouldn't it be cool to have double-faced, or whatever you call them, turn signal lights up there, you know, so that when you hit the turn signal, they not only flash in the back, but they flash at the top, both front and back. Of course, you need red in the back and amber in the front. And to my surprise, they actually make these things. They're used, I think, primarily on work trucks, semis, things like that, but who cares? So I've been looking and I'm trying to find the right style. Most that I've seen so far are pretty industrial. And I don't want something that looks like I grabbed it off of a semi and stuck it up there. I want it to, again, aesthetics, right? I want it to kind of match up with the theme of what I'm doing. Not sure if I'm going to be able to pull that off or not, but that's my story, kind of a long-winded story to get to the reason for this. In doing some research, and it happened to be a guy who was installing these on a semi-tractor, rather, and he had one of these type things. Don't know if it's the same one, but what he did is he turned on his turn signal. He had unplugged the harness, the connector, and then he stuck this in the end to see which wire actually controlled the flashing for the turn signals, as well as just the regular standby lights, like if you turn your lights on. I'm not really looking to have these be stop lights, although I haven't decided. I could use that 4 stoplights, I guess, as opposed to just standing lights. But anyway, he stuck this little prong, or little end, it has a pointed end in it, down in the connector, and when the device, the tool, lights up, well, then you know you have the right circuit, the right connector, the right wire. So I thought, man, that's pretty handy, and I really would have liked to have had that on some other projects that I've done, where I'm trying to figure out what wire goes where. Now it can be made easy. All I have to do is stick this thing in the connector. Or you can also, it has a point on it. It's a sharp point. You can actually pierce the wire and obviously contact the copper wire inside. You can pierce the insulation, I should say. And in doing that, it'll light up. So I don't even have to really take anything apart as far as the connector goes. I can just ground this thing, and it comes with a ground, and then a ground wire, and then just pierce the insulation, you know, put a piece of tape over it or something to seal it after I'm done. It's a very minute, small hole. And see what circuit or what wire is what I want it to be, or which one I'm looking for. So pretty cool. I'm really excited about that. And honestly, I hope I can find the right wire, or the right light rather, because I'm really looking forward to having that happen. I think it would look pretty cool up there on that light bar. And honestly, it's something that I really haven't seen before. I haven't seen anybody else do it. And maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe it'll look tacky. I don't know. If it does, it'll be short-lived. But I don't think so. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Now, I mentioned aesthetics, what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a square, kind of a pod type, double-faced amber and red light. I haven't seen anything like that that looks like something that I can use. So I need to do a little bit more looking. And by the way, if you're watching this and you know of something like that, please feel free to let me know the company name or whatever, where I can find it, because it seems to be a little bit difficult right now. I don't know. I would think there would be more of them out there, because I can't believe that I'm the first one to think of doing this with a Jeep Gladiator or a truck that's not a semi-tractor, you know. So that's the big reason for my my errand running today, I guess, in this video. I did look at O'Reilly's, by the way. That's where I got that thing. And they did have some double face, but they were, I don't know how to describe it. They were too industrial looking and too big. I don't want some big stoplight type thing up there. No bigger than about probably 3 to maybe 4 inch diameter or total measurement, I guess, whether it's square or round, of the unit that I'm going to put up. So that's what I'm looking for. I even thought about trying to make something myself, you know, getting an LED strip or an LED bulb or something, and maybe taking a couple of cheapo pod lights, gutting the inside of them, and then replacing what I took out with bulbs, or even LED bulbs, I guess, and doing it that way. But I'm not quite sure how easy it is to gut the inside of a sealed light. And that's the other thing. If you do that, you're going to break the seal. Is it going to be weatherproof, or now you're going to have other problems? I could seal it. I mean, I could silicone it or something, or I guess even put a rubber gasket around it. So I may go that way in the end. If I can't find exactly what I'm looking for, we shall see. Anyway, like I said, if you know of anything like that, please leave a comment. Let me know. I'd be curious. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about the Toyota Tacoma, and Rob Motive Project Cars, currently about the Mercedes-Benz C300, doing lots of mods and stuff on that. I just put new wheels and tires on it. I think they're awesome. But that led to another thing that I have to take care of. If you want to know what that is, you'll have to check out that channel. If you like them, go ahead, click that subscribe button. And don't forget, click the subscribe button here too. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.